Hi everyone, welcome to Crammer Archive. Today I want to share my journey with the LeapFrog Crammer, a device I bought in March and came to me in April 2026. At first, I didn't realize that LeapFrog Connect, LFC, no longer worked, and that discovery started my search to bring this device back to life. I began by downloading the 2014 installer from Wayback Machine. Unfortunately, it gave me an error, unable to download LeapFrog Connect. Check your internet connection. Basically, the servers were gone. That was my first big frustration. Next, I found the LeapFrog Connect content site on Internet Archive and downloaded files from there. Inside, I discovered folders and scripts specifically for the Crammer, like Crammer package info and generated Crammer bat. This was exciting, proof that the system had deeper resources hidden online. I found the XML files, package data, and quiz structures. This means the device depends heavily on the software to generate and transfer educational content. I also found a downloads section for the Crammer within these archived files, showing categories like grades and subjects. However, this turned out to be only the interface. The actual downloadable content, quizzes, flashcards, and learning materials, was hosted on LeapFrog servers, which are no longer available today. I tried the 2011 installer, but it didn't work. Then I found the 2014 installer. It opened, which was better than an error, but it had the same issue. It connected but showed nothing. The 2014 installer seemed promising at first. However, it quickly became clear that it wasn't really functional. The program starts an update process that goes from 1 to 100%, but it never truly completes. It gets stuck in an infinite loop, most likely because it's trying to connect to servers that no longer exist. Later, I even got a strange message saying I needed a Spanish installer, odd, since the Crammer was only released in English. When I connected the Crammer, the system gave me two options, either run or to run X, or open the folder to show files. But these weren't the full internal files of the Crammer, only the ones that appear when the device knows it's connected. At first, I thought these were the actual internal files of the Crammer. But after further research, I realized this isn't the real system. What the device shows when connected is actually a limited installation mode, a kind of virtual USB that only contains installers and basic files. The Crammer appears to use a system similar to what's known as a flip-flop USB device. This means it initially presents itself as a simple storage device with installation files, while hiding its real internal storage. Without the correct software, the actual system remains inaccessible. Inside, I found things like the to-run executable, a folder called images, the Crammer icon, and even what looks like a LeapFrog Connect website. But it's not actually online, it's a local welcome page stored inside the Crammer itself, which includes installers for both PC and Mac. The PC installer, however, is once again the 2011 version. However, I later found a comment from another Crammer user that revealed something unexpected. There is a hidden menu inside the device that can be accessed using a button combination. From there, you can enable a mode called AUSB, which may allow direct access to the real internal storage. This could bypass the limitations of LeapFrog Connect entirely. I believe it might be possible to browse deeper into the Crammer's internal files using a technique similar to the Leapster 2. For that console, you disconnect your PC from the internet after installing LeapFrog Connect, then connect the device and enable alternate connection in settings. That reveals the system's RAM disk and flash storage. I haven't tested this with the Crammer yet, but it could be a way to uncover more hidden files. Finally, I found a Crammer LFP torrent file in Internet Archive. Inside, there were files named CRMR, followed by hexadecimal IDS, which appear to be official LeapFrog content packages. These may be the actual downloadable quizzes and learning materials that were distributed through LeapFrog Connect. So far, I haven't been able to make it work. I should also mention that all of these tests have been done inside a virtual machine, VM. It's possible that I'll need to try on a real PC, not a VM, to see if the results change. I'm currently searching for a working FLAN installer or any working version of LeapFrog Connect. Soon, I'll upload all the installers I've found on Internet Archive, just in case they help someone else. I'll also share everything I have so far, so the community can help me finish this project. And to clarify, creating flashcards or quizzes is not as simple as copying files. These features rely on a structured system managed by LeapFrog Connect, including package data and predefined formats. Even though some of these structures still exist in the archive files, the actual content distribution system is no longer available. Music might be possible in other ways, but the most likely path is still through LFC, or possibly through direct access using the hidden USB mode. This is where I need your help. If anyone has files, tutorials, or solutions, please share them. Together, we can bring the Crammer back to life and make it useful again for studying and enjoying music. What started as a simple attempt to use an old educational device turned into something much deeper, uncovering how its software, hidden systems, and content structure actually worked. Even today, much of it remains locked behind discontinued servers and undocumented features. Thanks for watching Crammer Archive. Let's keep this device alive, not just as a collectible, but as a tool we can still use today.